Welcome back to Valencia. We are on a remarkable run of form, quite frankly, although the fixtures have been kind, which is key to point that out, but we are currently 10 wins in a row in all competitions, and today's opponents don't necessarily, at least domestically, stand out as, on paper, that tough. We've got Osasuna in the league, Zaragoza away. Actually, as I've advanced towards this first game, a Copa del Rey game has been drawn there against, I want to say Sporting? Real Sporting away from home, so we'll absolutely play that. So we'll sim Osasuna, we'll sim Zaragoza, and we'll play Roma, Villarreal, and the cup game against Real Sporting, because obviously we'd love to win the Copa del Rey if we possibly can at some point in this save, and we were disappointed not to win the Conference League last year. And that was Palace. We're still going in the Conference League. Palace. We didn't have any European football last year, did we? I'm getting confused between the two saves. We were disappointed to go out the Copa del Rey as early as we did last year in this save. So we're hoping to do as well as we can on all fronts this particular time. We are currently good, challenging for a La Liga title at the moment, but for some reason we've been able to capitulate at home against Osasuna, and that run of 10 wins in all competitions comes to an end rather unceremoniously at home against Osasuna. Really? At home against Osasuna is where we're going to shit the bed? Are you sure? By 1-0? We've been so free scoring of late. Ay. Thankfully, Real Madrid have lost as well on match day 15, but Barcelona can now go above us, as can Villarreal if they win on their match day 15. Where are Osasuna in the league? 9th, and they were bottom half. That's a disappointing result to start things off. Let's not keep that trend going. Let's restart the winning streak, shall we, at home against Roma in the Europa League. Not the ideal way to start, but please do drop the video a like. That would be a great way to start. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Come and follow me on stream as well. You can watch everything that happens live as it unfolds in the moment. And of course, we stream on the YouTube channel as well. So keep your eyes peeled on your notifications. Right, AS Roma, thus far, the most difficult game of our European journey to this point. I said thus far again. Roma with Svila in goal. Ndika, it's a three-back. Ndika, Mancini and Mancini. Ndika, Hermoso and Mancini. Ndiaye on the left. Soulé on the right. Dovbyk up top with Baldanzi and Pellegrini sat behind him. And El Ainaoui and Kone sat behind. Presumably that's Iliman Ndiaye of Everton. That's out on the left-hand side. It is indeed 82 rated now, Iliman Ndiaye. Well, we know that this formation can be questionable at the best of times, but this is probably the most capable team we've played against in terms of individual talent when trying this formation. So we'll see if it works for Roma, even though it hasn't for a number of lesser sides earlier in this save and the Palace save. Banu Kone with the first chance of the game. Straight down the throat of David De Gea. It's Matthias Soulé. Harry Gazar gets in, but Pellegrini tackles him. He's trying to marshal him well enough. Needs to make his mind up where he wants to go. Ndiaye. Dovbyk. No! On that left foot! With a power shot. Although it didn't seem to be struck that hard, he still found the back of the net. The accuracy was there. Dovbyk scores his third goal in 5 Europa League appearances, and Roma, who we believe are 5 wins from 5 thus far in the Europa League, take the lead. Really weird run by Pellegrini. I didn't really know how to deal with that because he just kept jogging in a straight line. It's a really good finish by Dovbyk. Fair enough. 1-0 to the Italians. Correa to Javi Guerra. Salah, our first chance to get forward here, actually. And Montiano is in with a slow turn, though. Oh, that was a good chance. Trying to get him onto his stronger side. Well in Cambiasso. He's familiar with Roma, having played previously in Italy. We could get Montiano in again here, maybe. Salah can't quite find the gap. Now we can. Oh, all the space in the world, and he can't finish. Montiano off the post. You will not get a better chance, mate, until 2 minutes later, in which... Oh, but you're offside. Yeah, this three-back. Not sure about it here either. Right, a little bit fortunate with the little rebound. Dovbyk, Baldanzi, Dovbyk again. Not letting him free on that left foot another time. ruined me before. I'm sure it will ruin me again, given the opportunity. Javiguero used the right back, and then look at the space in here for Luis Montiano, and I'm just making the wrong runs at the moment. Evelyn Dicker gets in to me. Takes it away. A 1-2 maybe. There we go. And in here and around there. And Ansu Fati finds the equaliser. Once you get past the midfield line, that defence is just so open. Willian Harry Gazar. Yilmaz. And Salah. All the space and time in the world to do that. Valencia 2, Roma 1. I'm going to make sure that the AI never play 3-back against me again, because for the second cycle in a row, 3-backs are pointless. FCIQ does not work with 3-backs. Here's El Ainaoui. Finds Baldanzi. Thierry Correa with a lovely interception. Just threw a leg out to it and got there. Fati's completely sold Mario Hermoso there with just a drop of the shoulder. We've got options. It's just a question of can I get it into any of them. There's Mo Salah with space. If that had flown into the top corner, it would have been the goal of the save so far. We were able to properly utilise that finesse shot playstyle plus in the last episode with a brilliant goal. And now that he's playing at cam, I should be able to utilise it a little bit more. I was hoping that being able to cut inside with Salah and finesse shot would be something we'd be able to do with him out wide, but with the way that we play, it just hasn't manifested itself in that fashion. So using him at cam and doing so is the much better way to go about doing things. I was trying to find him in the middle there as well with Montiano, but the defender got in the way just in time. Oh dear, what have you done? What have I done? Just smash it, Ches. What are you trying to place that for? That should be 3-1. I can't believe I've done that. Sule with the throw to Manu Kone. Harry Gazar's in. Montiano. I mean... But ordinarily, I wouldn't score a goal like this. But that just perfectly highlights the inability of 3-backs. They just... None of them react to any of the play. Look at them all. They're all just jogging back in a straight line. And you know for a fact that the two centre-backs either side of Mo Salah there are just jogging back in a straight line. None of them are coming across to cover for their middle centre-back that's gone positionally wayward. They just run back in a straight line. Watch them. The number 5, arguing the ball back here. The middle centre-back steps out. And then the other two centre-backs, the guy at the top actively backs away from Salah as I play him in here. And then they just jog back in a straight line. Like the number 5 could probably come across and get to me here. But he just jogs back in a straight line. I must stay in my lane as a right centre-back of 3. And the other guy, I must stay in my lane as a left centre-back of 3. Meaning that neither of them close me down. I could post tens, if not hundreds of clips over the course of this cycle of centre-backs doing exactly that time and time and time again in a 3-back or a 5-back formation. Alex Iwobi off the bench for Roma here. That is something I didn't anticipate. Into Greenwich. We've made some changes of our own as well. Javiguero off, Eric Sanchez on. Prado's on as well. Here he is. Greenwich to Harry Gazar's the man further forward here, but this time not able to find a way through. 10 minutes to go. We are going to beat the previously unbeatables in the Europa League. I will be getting my broken controller from the shelf and plugging it into the Xbox and ensuring that we never play against the 3-back ever again on FC26. We did it, or had to do it on FC25, have been doing so on FC26 on PC in the Palace save thus far, and am now going to have to start doing it on console too, because it just doesn't work. FCIQ minus 10 IQ for the second cycle in a row. Please can we just have the old system back again? It was infinitely better. Thank you! It was still fundamentally flawed, but it was infinitely better than this even more flawed version. Life as a content creator is not great sometimes. And you're trying to make entertaining content from utter slop. Doing my best, lads. I'm doing my best. 3-1 Valencia. 30-30-30, 29-28. Yeah, that's quite close, isn't it, really? Yikes. Zaragoza next. And that's the one that we're actually planning on simming, like the Osasuna one, to be able to play the Copa del Rey game to hopefully go through in that competition. Chiquete has got a roll improvement. Let's just deal with that quickly. Stopper. Well done. Congratulations. He felt a little bit slower than actually his pace stats show there when we played with him the other day. It doesn't matter that people are tired. They should still be good enough to win. It's a 2-2 draw against Zaragoza. For some reason, despite the incredible run, and despite simming games in the last couple of episodes, the team now apparently don't have the capability to get wins against significantly inferior opposition. Which is exactly why I'm playing Real Sporting and not simming a game against a team in the division below. Let me get that broken control off the shelf and make sure they're playing the right fucking formation. 4-2-3-1 for Sporting. They did that themselves, thankfully. Their side is not sensational, but you wouldn't expect that of a team in the league below. So we've rotated rather wholesomely, rather wholly for this game. I think only Harry Gazar and Muntianu are the only starters that would ordinarily be in the regular 11, and still we should comfortably get the win here in the Copa del Rey. But I'm playing it just to make sure, because evidently at the minute nothing about this Valencia team or this save is trustworthy at this moment in time. Actually, Martin, Enol Prendes, Gaspar. It's Gaspar again. Can we get to that? No. Building well here. Montero's making a run. I'm going to have to ball the defender out to the man with the ball. Dmitrievski makes a relatively straightforward save in the end, but Sporting proving that they could play a little bit of football themselves, you know. Every side in Spain tends to play a very similar style of football. You get a lot of different play styles in England, but in Spain, it's like every side kind of plays with the same ethos, which is why it works so well for the national team, and it doesn't really matter what team or club players come from for the national team. They all kind of know how to play the same way, whereas in England, obviously, there are a lot of different play styles, and it can be actually detrimental, regardless of the quality of player, to the quality of the overall team, because they're used to playing an entirely different way at club level. Here's Rabat, and that's why we're letting Rabat leave. Montiano, sorry, to Harry Gazart. There's plenty of space out here for Javier Prado now. We'll float it. Oh, just able to get there ahead of the striker. Well, so far, Real Sporting doing a very good job of keeping us out. Defensively, particularly solid. Not amazing going forward, although there's been the occasional spark of something, as you saw from the earlier highlight. But at the moment, it's a very even game, and fair play to them. They are turning up here on a big day for them in the Copa del Rey. Dubassin. Oh, it's a great ball through the gap. It's 1-0 Sporting. One defence splitting ball, and 6 minutes into the second half, at the first occasion, we are losing in the Copa del Rey. I'm getting flashbacks to last year all over again. Let's not, shall we? Lovely ball through that gap. And a top finish. Oh dear, come on, pull your finger out, Ches. Well in from Harry Gazar. And talking of defence splitting balls, there's one of our own. 6 minutes into the half, they went 1-0 up. 6 minutes later, we're back at 1-1. Why wasn't it that easy in the first half? Unfortunately, oh, thank you. Just turn away from the defender. Greenwich, come on, Javier, make the run, please. Not Javier, it's Luis Montiano. Who scored again? 2-1. Right, okay. I was thinking maybe I'm going to need to bring some of the more fatigued first teamers on. No, we're all right. Decent save. Just unpaused, and they immediately created a very good chance. This second half has come to life, hasn't it? Quite considerably. Made just one change in this second half to bring Baris Yilmaz on for Muntianu and move Javier Prado up top. And on the counter-attack from their corner, they might be about to lose the game. By 3-1, Javier Prado onside because one defender decided to be 20 yards further back than the rest of his defensive line. Not entirely sure what he's doing there. We're having quite a few significant lacks of defensive intelligence here, aren't we? Regardless, like, just step with the rest of your line and Prado is 10 yards offside. Whatever, 3-1. At least it's not the difference with us winning or losing on this occasion. But now, oh, nice tackle. Trying to send Yilmaz away. It was rather slow on the uptake there. We'll dink him over the top. Hopefully he gets to this. Took it down really awkwardly. I'm not really enjoying Yilmaz, I have to be honest. On paper, we were well and truly wowed and enamoured with him when we first looked into bringing him to the club. But he just not... I mean, it might just be the way that I'm playing with him and how I'm utilising him. He might be much better suited to a different role. But Yilmaz is pretty ineffective at the minute in this Valencia side. I'm sure it's because I'm misusing him. It's got to be the case. There's no way a player that has attributes that are that good can be this average, surely. Though we thought that about Morgan Rogers in the RTG last year and he's pretty dead. 3-1 Valencia through to the next round of the Copa del Rey after a brief heart attack at the beginning of the second half. We were able to recover. Cadiz have taken Atleti to extra time there. Might well have potentially knocked them out. We'll find out who we have in the next round soon enough. But the league is looking very, very tight still at the top end of the table. But not every side is able to keep up at the moment. It's chopping and changing. There was 4 sides on 30 points recently. We've then drawn. Atleti have drawn. Barca have lost. And Villarreal and Real Madrid have both won. We have Villarreal in our next La Liga fixture as well. So if we can win this, we should go up at least one position and be back into the top 4. Villarreal with Junior in goal. They're going 4-4-2 as they have done in the previous 2 encounters with us. We smashed them once and then we had a very close game against them the next time. In fact, no, it might be the other way around. I think we had a very close game against them and then we smashed them. So we'll wait and see which Villarreal turn up here. But judging by the fact that they're second in the table and 3 points above us, they're a very good side. Not that there have been that many changes to their starting lineup, I don't think. But Nicola Pepe still out wide on the right. Idrissa Gana Gueye in the midfield for them now, as you can see here. And Mikhail Tadza and Mauro Icardi still the go-to 2 strikers up top. But at the minute, I have to say we're probably confident of getting the result. Confident of avoiding defeat at the very least. And hopefully a win will come. Looking for the man through the middle. Then the man out wide. The 4-4-2 seems to only against Villarreal. And like I said, only against Villarreal as the 4-4-2 looked vulnerable on FC26. But it has looked vulnerable when we played them the second time. It just kind of opened up. But so I'm not sure whether that was just that specific game entirely or whether it's the formation as a whole. Ansu Fati with the corner here for us. We could score. We have scored. Valentin Gomez, not for the first time this season, powers home a header from a set piece and we take the lead here at the Mestalla. Vamos Valencia. They like that one song here at Valencia, don't they? They do sing it very loudly and proudly though, I'll be fair to them. But it is very much a feeling that Valencia fans only have one song, but it's not quite as annoying as Seagulls, 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 or CPFC, CPFC, CPFC. But when they're just like Valencia, ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. Why you made Muntianu run all the way out there then? Valencia, ooh. Like, we sing that at Cambridge, but only after a goal. Oh, Ansu Fati. Speaking of after a goal, golazo! Ansu Fati destroys the defender. 2-0 Valencia, and yeah, it might be another 4-0 of this. Javi Guerra's not necessarily the go-to breakaway counter-attack player, as proven by the fact that everybody caught up with him, offensive and defensive players combined. This is being well built, though. Mikotadze, thankfully, just runs straight to the defender. And we are going to get that away. That was dangerous for a brief moment there. Muntianu played in. Yilmaz around the corner. Oh, nice. Fati! Tres! Yeah, we're wiping the floor with Villarreal again. It really tends to be just on the transition that the AI aren't great. Oof. Salah very nearly adding a fourth in the first half here. Villarreal really are struggling. Ansu Fati looking for the man at the back post. Oh, I thought the keeper was going to get there and he hasn't. He's complaining to his defenders, Junior, but that is absolutely 100% his fault. Barış Yilmaz scores his third goal only of the season so far, although he has gotten an assist, obviously, for the last goal. That is really poor on the keeper's behalf. Poor on the defender's behalf as well, but the float to the back post, and the keeper's he's just got to go for it. Shocking goalkeeping indeed, Marcus. I agree. It's just, yeah, it's not good enough. 4-0! We might have another 5 in a minute. Fati. Salah's drifting. Ooh! That was good goalkeeping on this occasion. But what an effort from Muntianu. This is the keeper's POV camera. I don't think we've ever seen that before. I've never seen a POV from the goalkeeper making a save previously. That's definitely a new one. And what a save it was. Ansu Fati will deliver another ball. And give me half a second, and Ansu Fati will deliver another ball. Boyomo! Well over the top of the bar. That's poor from Bawadi. Aviguera. Oh, ho, ho. Cut them apart! 5! Hat-trick for Ansu Fati. It's 5 against Villarreal this time. Corner's coming from the far side. Villarreal looking for a way back into it. Pepe? There's Pepe. Pepe Gay, not Idris Sagana, as I mistakenly said earlier. We said earlier, though, it is on the transition that opposition tend to struggle, but that's Yilmaz just not taking the ball under control very well at all. He's got all the pace in the world, but when his first touch is so bad that he can't actually utilise his pace, then it's a bit pointless, isn't it? There's no point being really quick if you can't control a football. Well, you might as well just have Usain Bolt play every week. Aviguera. Partey's intercepted that brilliantly. Mikotadze, Papgay, Mikotadze, Mauro Icardi. Thomas Partey. Oh, Gomez. Just bullied him. And he's got some pace, as Gomez. As you are seeing. Too much pace, in fact, because he's overrun himself. Now I'm in trouble. It's Gerard Moreno off the bench for Villarreal. 12 minutes to go. Let's be honest, we're not going to lose the game, but we might lose our clean sheet, which in this division isn't actually that much of an issue, so you might as well just attack. I wonder if that... Oh, good save, Dave. I wonder if that rule actually dictates the way that sides play in La Liga. Because goal difference isn't as important... I don't know. I don't watch enough Spanish football to really be able to tell. But because goal difference isn't as important, do Spanish sides in real life just attack, more so than like defending a certain lead? Because like there's no reason to shut up shop, etc., and save goal difference. You might as well just keep attacking, trying to score yourselves for the head-to-head, right? Rather than, like, Villarreal might as well just keep attacking when they went 3-0 down to try and score something back, rather than just going 5-0 down, because it's not going to affect anything other than this game, which is now 6 in the 90th minute. Sorry, Villarreal. You thought you got battered last time. This one's even worse. That really was proper tangent noid, wasn't it? Where I just had a thought and expressed that thought. And we'll wait and see what you guys say. Live chat say that yes, in general, a lot of Spanish sides do just kind of play offensive football quite regularly. A handful of the live chat that with me here watch a lot of Spanish football, if not live in Spain, like Davidenki. So Ansu Fati with a hat-trick here. The comprehensive victory against Villarreal will see us move above them in the league. Not because of the goal difference, but because we have beaten them in the game we've played against them. And, oh my God. Real Madrid haven't played yet, but we've beaten Villarreal. Atleti have now drawn 2 in a row, and Barca have drawn 1, lost 1 in their last few games. Celta have a game in hand and can come up to 32 points if they can beat Vallecano, which you would imagine they will. And this 5-way title fight is about to maybe become a 6-way title fight, maybe 7, if Sociedad can win their game in hand as well. Sociedad were top of the table 8 games ago. They were like 6 wins from 8. Now they're 8 wins from 16. It's quite the tumble from them, quite the fall off. But we head into the month of January at the beginning of the next episode, where we start with Atletico Madrid. Now they have taken a pumping off us recently as well. So they also play 4-4-2. So could we get another solid victory against them? We beat them 4-0 last time we played them as well. We also have Barcelona to play in the next episode too. We'll play Atleti, sim Leganés, play Barca and play Palace. And then the episode after that, we'll play those remaining 3 games and have transfer deadline day as well. So we shall wait and see what happens in the transfer window. I don't know how much money I've got. None is the answer. But we'll wait and see if there's any changes in the squad. I'm not planning on making any changes in the squad, but maybe we could use, considering Rabba and Santa Maria are just expiring soon, etc., etc. They've been left on the whole kind of ongoing bug thing. I could use them as make weight for someone else to replace them in the squad. So maybe we look into that. But at the minute, financially, I don't think there's anything we're doing at this moment in time. We'd be better off just saving the money we've got to re-offer contracts to other players who get their release clauses triggered if that happens, like it did in the summer, because we certainly want to keep hold of our best players. We would have kept hold of Jose Gaia as well if I hadn't already just recently renegotiated a contract with him and it didn't let me keep hold of him. Anyway, that's just a frustration aside from yet another frustration with the game aside. For now, though, that's all for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Apologies for some of the negativity in commentary, but at least the positivity was on the pitch. Hopefully, more positivity on both fronts tomorrow. I'll see you then.